Dungeons and Dragons, what you do is to create a fantasized universe of the mind in which expediency to achieve your goal is more important than any kind of moral frame of reference to your actions.
So we have a wizard now teaching the children of his magical studies.
That's kind of far out.
Mazes and monsters is a far-out game. Swords, poison, spells, battles, maiming, killing.
Hey, it's all imagination.
Is it?
This is the Heroes Era.
Welcome everybody to the Heroes Era. I'm your Dungeon Master Ben, and we are playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. This is session 15 of our third campaign together, and joining me tonight we have Bodhi as Brutus.
The big, lean, mean bugbear who was just trying to get out of this whole situation alive and well rested.
Chris as Elias.
Oh, just a good old druid boy doing the best I can.
Joel as No Nox.
The orc with a song for you to sing along.
Ooh, sounds like an orc.
Nice. And Jason as Kendall.
And the wizard just keeping these guys alive. Trying to get out of here with Brutus, like Brutus said.
Tonight we're telling a story, but we do not yet know how it will go. The players, the dungeon master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. This is the Heroes Era.
Bum, 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 bum.
Boom, chicka, boom, boom.
Can we just go on the
If you would, please make sure to follow the channel and give our video a thumbs up. Our games are live on Twitch on Monday nights at 6, and you can be a part of the game using your channel points. You can even turn the tide of battle by granting your favorite player advantage or giving them some healing in a tight spot. We do play and release typically 3 sessions monthly, so turn on your notifications to keep up. And if you would like to support the stream, the best way to do that right now is to subscribe to our Twitch channel at the Heroes Era. This is a nice way to cover some of our operating costs and is always very much appreciated. We do have a small Discord channel, and if you would like to be a part of that community, I think there should be a link down below or in the description of the video. So if there's not, then you're not going to find that.
Who knows?
There's a search feature on Discord. You can find it, guys. You'll be all right.
Yeah, guys,
And,
figure it out. You have to work for it.
You gotta earn it.
Our back catalog of games is on YouTube, and I'm catching up posting our past games on there. So,
nice.
With that, let the game begin. And you guys remember where we left off?
We're negotiating with a halfling, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Brutus made a proposition to give this halfling that ambushed you all his magical belt that procures seemingly endless daggers.
Yeah.
In order to feed his small herd of rust monsters.
Brutus proposition to a halfling?
Yes.
That's right.
Okay. That tracks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's gonna eat that halfling.
So you guys are in a small barracks or like armory, so to speak, and
Yes.
The halfling has, considered your proposal, and he quickly holds a small ocarina and plays several notes, and the monsters that are in front of you, beginning to surge into this hallway, fall asleep quickly, one of them sliding off of the back of the other that it had crawled upon. And the halfling says, "You won't turn us out in the storm, though. We'll be staying here."
Yeah, that's cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
If your rust monsters like rust, then wouldn't they want to be outside in the rain?
You don't know how dangerous the storms are.
No, not really.
No.
Yeah, and we're simply asking that question out of a curiosity is all that is.
But also you there are individuals that like to feast on halflings from what we've learned in our travels. I could see that it would equally not beneficial for you.
I could see how that would put a dampener on it.
Oh, you mean the queen? Yes, she won't be feasting on me.
No.
Good for you.
Then I guess we'll be strange bedfellows for the night.
Yeah. Sort of a awkward roommate situation.
I don't know. Considering some of the other company we've had, my friends, this might be a welcome change.
I mean, at least we know what this guy wants.
I think that we might be the awkward roommate, honestly.
That's not nice to say about Brutus. He's trying. It's not.
Look, I like to be friends with people. Why you gotta say that about me? That's mean.
Well, my pretties are still hungry, so I'll leave them to sleep for now. We should really close the doors.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's. I like that idea.
The halfling goes to the back of the hall and closes the large wooden door there. However, one of the large door panels, if I recall, has been reduced in size on the south entrance. Isn't that right?
That is true. That is true.
And a chill wind blows violently into the armory here.
I could try and hold it so when it goes back to normal, it will slide into place.
Yeah, if we turn it the way it should be, and our my friend Elias here releases his spell, it may correct itself.
Possible.
Perhaps.
I mean, I'm not quite sure how to take apart a hinge on a door frame, but we could also just try that too.
So for it to stay small, it would require you to concentrate on that continually, and you know that the spell lasts a minute.
And I go pick up the door and I hold it kind of where I think it would be when it shrunk down, because I wasn't there when it got shrunk. I was already inside the building, so I was kind of give a good guesstimate of where the optimal place to put it would be. So when it enlarges, it will just kind of hopefully go back to the way it was and see if it works.
Okay.
It's kind of like put it in the middle.
Then Ben, I might see if I can rearm the traps, the ones that were shooting from the murder holes at the entrance.
Okay. Elias, you drop your reduce spell.
Yeah. As soon as he's got it positioned. Is that you in position, Brutus?
I have no idea. Do it.
All right. On the count of three, let's take a quick step back. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. No squish fingers then. Good advice, Elias.
I already lost a bit of my pinky. I don't need anything else gone.
I was more worried about his whole arm getting dislocated when it shot up into the...
The door returns to its original size, but it will need to be mounted if you want it to stay closed, or provide any kind of actual closure here.
Can I take a look at it and see if I can...
Anyone know how the door works?
Get it rehung?
Yeah, that's fine.
Elias has lived out kind of on his own, doing his own thing for a little while now, so he knows a few things. He has to do his own little repairs around his place, so he's taking care of some stuff.
I imagine as the hinges were ripped out of the wall, it won't be easy to repair to its full operation. So you might need to brace it with something just so that it holds its position there.
Should have taken mending. the one time
I do have
it would have been useful.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
Brutus, you might be able to just even brace it using some of those piton things you've been banging. You have have those?
That's true.
You just bang some in the front to get it wedged, and then once we get it closed, we could wedge them in behind and kind of basically wedge the door in a position.
I mean, it wouldn't be bad to do either way, but if No Nox can fix this easily, I take that. And I kind of I open the other door so I can stand kind of like looking at it, and I just try to hold it as straight as I can for No Knox to fix the.
Yeah. And I'll like hold the like pieces of hinge, like sort of push them into place and just hold them there while he casts it.
If you could just like bend them together, so it's like edge by edge.
Yeah.
Okay, you struggle with this for a few minutes as it is violently windy, but you're able to take care of this. And Kendall, you realize, looking at these traps that were set up on the doors, it would require basically the doors to kind of work together.
Okay.
It's based on the door being able to move slightly, so the south.
They were the trigger.
Yeah, the southern entrance is kind of a lost cause, but the north entrance you could re-rig if you wish.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And Ben, I wanted to clarify. You said he used some kind of ocarina to control the.
Yes.
Did he cast? Because I've had this spell before. I've had sleep. Did he cast sleep on them, or did he use this thing to control them through another magical mean?
It did not seem like the sleep spell. These might be, too powerful to be put to sleep by a mere sleep spell. So the ocarina is emanating magical energies, and so it's a combination of the instrument and then the tune that was played.
I will make a note of that to my friend Elias.
Very good.
Just watch out for my pets. I let my pretties sleep where they lie.
Yeah, sure. They're not light sleepers, are they? I hope they're not gonna wake up looking for a midnight snack or
I
anything.
plays my song from time to time. I'll keep them asleep. I promise you.
I trust you. Just confirming.
Mister, is there any way you can fix my armor? They got a bit of it, and I kind of don't like how it is.
Afraid's not. Sorry, friend.
No, nothing. Not even magic.
They can't do a thing for it. I'm sorry. I don't work with the metals. That's why we eat it.
Oh, shame.
I'll take a moment, Ben, while once the doors are in place, and I'm going to put an alarm spell on the front entrance and the back entrance.
Okay, Kendall, as you're there near the back entrance, there, you'll recall in this hallway there's a door on the left, 2 doors on the right side, and on the far side near you was a closed door. This door swings open quickly, and a stout woman holding a pole arm rushes out and says, "You stop right there."
What the hell?
What you're doing in our keep?
I'm just looking.
We are very sorry. We did not know that this was your keep.
It is property of the ATK. This one here brought his monsters.
Yeah, we know. They attacked us.
Yes, as you can see, and I point to Brutus's armor. Yes, as you can see, we sort of discovered that as well. Our apologies. We did not mean to intrude on anyone, but as you are very aware, it is terribly stormy and incredibly dangerous out there. And I hope that the ATK would be willing to allow us to just hold up here for the evening, and then we will be immediately out of your hair. You feel free to lock this door up behind you so that we can't access any other area, and we will absolutely be out of your way.
And you're not with the wee one.
We are not. We wandered upon him and had a bit of a scuffle, and then came to a truce for the same reason. It's not safe for either of us to leave, so we are, as they put it, strange bedfellows for the evening. But then tomorrow morning we all go our separate ways. I'm hoping all 3 of us can come to that agreement.
We won't be having him here.
There appear several other soldiers. They're not in armor. They have just rudimentary weapons. The others are actually holding clubs.
Oh. This is where other weapons were, huh?
That's right.
Okay. Again, our apologies. Whatever your business with that gentleman is your business with that gentleman, because again, we are not directly affiliated. We're just here in the same place.
I go on over to the woman that burst through, and I look around. About how many? Just like a rough number of
6 of them in there.
6 of them have shown up, and this is like to the outside world. This door that
This door is within the armory to the right. You see that they're in a study.
So they were in here originally.
Yes.
I go ahead and I take out. Like, well, I'm not. It seems like everything's gone, and that's kind of bad. But maybe this would help. And I take out the 3 chainmail sets I have, and the short swords, long swords, and battle axes that I have been carrying around. And I go ahead and I just take them out of my pack, and I just start like handing them to her. Like, all right, here you go, here you go, here you go, and it's like 150 pounds of weight just gone.
The monsters, they ruined our things, but this is a nice gift.
Yeah.
Thank you, friend. We will let you stay for the evening, and if the little one stays out of our way, then I guess he can stay too. If he agrees to be gone when the morning comes.
I don't think he has intention to stay.
Once again, that as I mentioned, that was the plan across the board here already. So there is no loss in that agreement for us. You are very generous and understanding, and a very wonderful humanitarian, and I thank you.
And you killed these monsters here?
Yes.
Yes, we too. Yep.
We
were gonna let the little fellow. Run off, but then with the storm and everything, we decided to, his monsters were gone. He was no longer a threat. So why send him out to his death?
That's right, my pretties, says the halfling.
Yes, we killed them.
Elias, will you make a deception check, please?
Okay.
Just kind of looking at the guard, looking down at the beast.
Seems like
advantage.
I was gonna say, it seemed like I was getting some help there.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay. 13.
All right. Well, we'll clear them out in the morning then, I guess.
Yeah. I think we'll clean up before we leave. As payment again for your understanding, because I know that while I'm sure you probably lost more than we've given you to replace. So just to sort of even things out, we'll
have
them cleaned out for you.
I don't want to pay a cleaning fee. It's already been an expensive stay already.
We have some magical means to polish it up after the bodies are gone, so we'll take care of it for you.
You've done more than you need to already. I appreciate you, friends. I'm Commander Sandra.
What's up?
Commander Sandra, Elias Metawatcher. It is so wonderful to make your acquaintance.
Say, has there been any new troops coming in? I know there's 6 of you. Has there been any more people coming on by, or have you just been like locked in there for a while?
This is my team, and some have come through now and then. Anybody in particular that you're looking for?
There was about a gang of 3 soldiers that belong to, I mean, not your outfit, but the ATK, and they were driving a cart through. They had some cargo that we were contracted to safeguard it, and they kind of left without us, so makes us look bad.
And you have their names?
Yeah, I open my book and I look at my very sloppy handwriting that I have.
The S's are backwards.
Just looking at it. I gotta flip all the way back. I don't know. They were from Riverside.
You give him a moment. He'll find it. He takes a lot of notes, so it takes him a while to get through them.
I got some name of dwarves. I doubt you care about that.
Have you seen Wilhelm?
Wilhelm. I don't. Yes, stopped through there escorting Lady Deathida.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Oh, good. And how long ago was that they came through?
Yesterday eve.
Oh wow.
Did the Lady Deathida seem distressed at all?
No, they stopped in for a bite, and were in quite a hurry to be on their way. They didn't even stay the night.
Oh.
Did they didn't happen to mention where they were headed specifically, did they? And I apologize for so many questions, and thank you for being so patient and understanding with us.
That's all right, friends. We appreciate you. If it wasn't for you, these monsters would have eaten us out of our home here.
Just look at the halfling. Yep.
They're going to Crater Falls to, as far as I know.
Crater Falls.
Clear across the city on the Highland Sea. Something about an organ, a magical organ.
Did they know about the storm that's coming?
Couldn't have. This storm came on from Anam, from on high, at his whim.
It's dangerous for them to be out there.
It is. Hopefully they could find some rest on the way. We have other outposts. So they were with a good crew of soldiers.
How often do you communicate with the higher ups? You know, there's about I know there's a command structure. Do you guys have like runners come on by, or is this whoever's passing by just let you know what's going on?
Well, we had Commander Hawkins in here with Lady Deathida leading the crew. But right now we're on like a 10-day excursion. Then we'll be back to Station 8.
Right. Brutus thinks about how Hideo and Planter Jr. are here and they haven't shown up. He doesn't know where they are. Yeah.
As they come to mind, you hear a knock on the south door.
Okay, so we triggered the traps and then we redid the traps.
Well, the traps on the south door were unable to be reset.
That was the door we broke, right?
Yes.
We have like 2 more with us. One of them's like a kid. Is it fine if we let them in, or is it kind of like a no-go?
That's all right. You've been most helpful so far. We appreciate it.
All right.
And we appreciate you as well, Commander.
Before we do, though, the companions that are with us, one of them tends to have the impression that anything in this area belongs to him. It would be prudent on your behalf to hide anything of value or anything you may want to keep under your command while he is here.
And we like the kid. We don't like the guy. The guy sucks. So just keep that in mind.
In the stables.
Last time that happened, it did not happen. It was quite the opposite.
Well, thank you for the heads up.
Yeah.
Before we close up the study, then, let me give you a token of our appreciation. And Sandra procures 2 spell scrolls. I heard you chanting words of magic. You could probably put these to use, wizard.
Yeah, I'll take those. And Brutus grabs them.
No. I push Bruce's hand down as he reaches out.
Okay.
You don't seem the mage type for this one. And she hands you 2 scrolls. One contains the spell knock. The other contains the spell goodberry. And she calls her fellow soldiers out of the study and locks the door to the study. We'll just keep the utility room locked up then.
Thank you again, Commander. And I head over to.
I'll hand the goodberry one off to you, Elias, and I'll stuff the knock scroll inside my cloak or my robes, out of sight.
Ah, wonderful.
The soldiers go to survey the armory and just kind of sigh with disappointment at the ruins there. They side-eye the halfling.
My apologies for any smoldering fires.
Well, this will take a long time to replace. That's too bad. But at least we have a start and enough to put to our own use. Thanks again.
Yes, sir.
Do you let in Hideo and Planter Jr.?
I grab Kendall and I walk over to him and trying to get him in a place that's like out of eye shot of the halfling guy. And I was like, "That's a cool spell scroll you got there. What does it say?" And as I go over it and I say, "What does it say?" I mimic like writing something out. And I like look at him with like a raised eyebrow. I
think I'm missing the point here.
Please, I want to say something, but I don't want anyone to hear. I just want to write it down instead.
I'll pull up a piece of parchment, Ben, with my and my magic quill.
Okay.
And I
just kind of like out of nothing, this quill appears in my hand. Do you want to whisper it to me and I'll write it down?
Oh, can you write it down?
I believe so. But you could just write on this and I'll just hand them a blank piece of parchment.
Hey, that works too. And I grab it and I say, and I write down, "Should we betray Halfling and tell Hideo about him? ? And I hand it back.
And there's an impatient knock at the southern doors.
I was gonna say, as this conversation is happening, I'm heading over to the doors to get that. I just didn't want to interrupt.
Okay.
I'll just gesture with Brutus. Maybe we'll just walk into one of the rooms where there's the rust monsters are sleeping, Brutus, something like that. Somewhere that is safe but out of your eye shot. And I'll on the same piece of paper, using my magic quill, I'll just write. I think for now, the enemy of our enemy is our friend? ? And then I'll just put, and then I'll just wave a hand over it, and what I wrote disappears.
I kind of just take the written part that I wrote that is still there, and I just kind of like roll it up and put it away.
Yeah, and I'll just kind of point, like maybe there was a little bit of smoldering fires from the flaming sphere still, and I'll just kind of gesture into that room and maybe
I put it in the fire. Let it burn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elias, you open the door, and there stands Hideo, of course, in the form of Planter, the farmer the form that he had taken earlier with Planter Jr. And they stride in, and Commander Sandra says, "Planter, oh, good to see you, friend." She kind of furrows her brow, considering what she had been told about Planter.
I'm like, I kind of like slip around behind him as she's talking to him, and I'm like,
excuse me. Will you make a
yeah, what's that check, Ben? What is it?
Persuasion?
Perception?
maybe
Performance?
a stealth check to avoid
oh yeah, that's way better actually for
Hideo,
me.
maybe.
Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do advantage on that. So, which is unfortunate because it's just a 10.
Planter turns around. Something wrong, friend?
Sorry, there's. I got something in here that's just like give me an itch.
Can I provide a little distraction to maybe drive his attention away from him?
Sure.
Sorry about that.
I'll just burst into song out of nowhere.
Okay.
And we can leave the past behind. Oh, won't you step off of that ledge, my friend?
What ledge?
Planter looks to the halfling. Well, you certainly made a mess in here, as he looks to the armory. That's a pity.
There are 3 people in this room we don't like.
Well, we have been traveling most of the day.
You like people in this room?
The ATK, maybe.
Could use a bite to eat. Kendall, you look a little worse for the wear.
Yeah.
I had you bloodied
Traveling
on
outside
on
will do
my,
that.
On my map there.
Pardon me?
I had your token bloodied on my map, so I don't know if that's...
Oh, yeah, that's true. No, that's true.
Well, why don't we have some food and rest up and wait for the storm to pass?
Sounds like a great idea.
Planter kind of looks suspiciously at the group of you, just kind of taking this all in.
Elias will go over to Kendall and be like, "Oh, no, you do look a little bit messy here. Let's just kind of clean you up a little bit." And give him a little slap on the shoulders, and I'm gonna throw 2 Bomb of the Summer Court die on him.
Nice, man.
So I'll give you 8.
8. Okay, I'm not bad.
There is food. Many of the instruments in the kitchen have been ruined by the rust monsters. So dining wares, there will not be, but there will be food.
It's all right.
Planter asks Sandro if he can see the study. Of course, friend. Sandro kind of looks at you all curiously, and Planter...
Bruce,
Why didn't I take
just-
message?
Just behind
I was doing
Hideo,
the same thing, Chris.
as Planner, just sitting down at the table, just goes, "Oh,
come on, Junior. Let's take our food to the study. Perhaps you can learn something there." And Planter Jr. excuse themselves to the study. Sandra says, "What is the matter with you? Planter is an old friend. He's a fine gentleman."
Yeah, I'm sure the Planter is, but that's not Planter.
It's not Planter.
that's not Planter."
Who is it?
The fella that we warned you about.
Yeah.
He's taken on other forms.
Yeah, he's disguised
Go-
currently.
If you know Planter well enough, ask him some questions. Give him a little... see if we're wrong. Give it a shot. Why'd my accent change? What happened?
I don't want to tip him off. Are you planning to sunder the keep here?
Oh, I'll be completely honest with you, ma'am. We were fully, Commander, wanting to do exactly what we told you, get some rest, and get out of your hair as quickly as possible, with as little turmoil as possible.
Well then, perhaps I'll let Planter be your problem. We have enough to deal with right now. We don't need another conflict.
That's exactly what we're trying to do. I didn't want you to take him in there thinking that he was a dear friend of yours or anything, and have you manipulated like that. So
I thank you. I appreciate it. Well, that certainly makes things interesting, I'll say.
I mean, were they born for you before?
Is Planter and PJ they're out of earshot? They're in the study now.
Yes.
Planter and PJ.
You mentioned Commander Hawkins was through yesterday.
That's right.
if we can give you a small piece of advice, that was not. It's come to our attention that there may be more than one Commander Hawkins, and so
you're
just
saying that Hawkins was not himself, and now you say Planter's not himself.
this is true.
Strange. This is a strange story that you're weaving.
Well, if perhaps you can get word out of Riverside, but well,
I know you guys don't plan to leave here until a 10-day is over, but when you do go, have someone check up on Planter, because he is without his son at the farm currently. That person who is Planter kicked everyone out of the farmhouse to sleep in the stables. And stole some books from his collection and took most of the food. And made his son, I don't know, willingly or unwillingly come with him.
Well, I can't solve every problem, but
I know. I just
do
let
appreciate
someone
the
know.
info from you all, and
We don't
keep
need you
it
to
under
solve any
advisement.
problems. Yeah.
Well, the storm has brought strange company, that is for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of which, and I turn over to the halfling, I never got your name.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, I figured that's the case.
Don't be giving me name freely.
Yeah. Well, how about this? And I take the belt and I toss it to him.
That's nice. He pulls a
a
dagger,
deal is a deal.
and another one appears in the belt.
This will be good eating for me pretties.
I look at him and think,
Also, now you're just gonna give that to Odats.
look, it's a deal, you know. I don't fulfill it. He's just gonna, pop off.
that's
and
fair.
That's not good.
It's all right.
Besides, if he has that, he doesn't have to go running around a monk causing trouble.
It's respectable, Brutus. You made it. You made an agreement, and you're holding up your end of the bargain.
Yes.
Is the commander and the ATK and them still in there?
They've gone to preparing food, surveying the damages done in the armory.
By the way, I hope that you do understand that with the coverage that we gave for you and everything, that we are going to need to make sure that your pretties, as you put them, are out of here post haste in the morning to ensure that, and quietly and as sneakily as possible, and then we'll cover for it from there. And you're welcome, by the way, Odats.
Okay, so I lures them with the daggers.
Whatever method works best for you, as long as they do it, again, like I said, peacefully, because it just might get very difficult otherwise.
Odette, are you like an evil person?
Evils? No. Just, I don't like the metals much. And I needs to feed my pets.
Well, I mean, that's like infinite right there, I think. That should hopefully stem you from attacking random people.
Yeah,
You mentioned
attacks
Queen.
any people, just the metals.
I don't know.
Well,
My
perhaps
friend over
again-
here is half dead. He's looking bad.
They get in the way of the meal. Otherwise, no harm must be done.
Fine
Well,
now.
perhaps you could refrain from taking the medals of other people quite so
We
freely.
made our deals, and we stick to our deals, but the deal
We
ends
made- yes.
after the storm.
We're not making any more deals. Just
No more
suggestions.
deals.
It's just suggestions.
Maybe we should pull my pretties out of the armory so we can close the door and we leaves when they wake up.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. Are they going to be disturbed by our movement, or will your little
I
spell
play a
there?
jingle and they stays asleep.
This sounds wonderful. All right.
And just start
Huh?
dragging them
Yeah,
out.
I'll help.
Sandra
Oh,
and some of the soldiers assist as well. Go ahead, Kendall.
Odats, you mentioned the Queen.
Is this guy named
have you-
Odats? Was that something that happened?
That's what you said.
I couldn't find
Oh, that's
his
what
name.
they said.
We asked his name, and he said, "Oh, that's okay." And so I've just started calling him "Oh, that's."
Okay. Thank you. I'm like, did I give a name last time? Okay. Thank you. Beautiful.
That's his name now.
You mentioned
guys are too
the Queen, the Queen, the Lady Rain. Have you had run-ins with her? We ran into this. We've come across some of your kinfolk in our
She's
travels.
not liking the halflings. She's liking them for eatings, but yeah. So I hightail it out to theirs.
Yes. We heard word of that. Yes.
Who was that guy we ran into in the Feywild? What was his name? It was like Wind something.
Gosh.
Oh, a while ago. But anyway, we ran into a group of halflings in the Feywild, and they told us what was going on, pretty much. And that's how we found out about their peculiar eating habits. His name was Fenfair. If my handwriting is to be...
Yes, he's all right.
We ran into him, you know. He fought us. We fought much like you, actually, and it was a bit of a rocky beginning, and then he led us a different way. And then
it is quite interesting.
Right?
It is quite interesting how many of our friends we started off as fighting with.
Yeah,
seems to be a bit of a
bit strange.
Yeah. Seems like something we tend to do a lot.
Planter emerges from the study. Well, there's no telling how long the storm will last. We might as well stay the night, and if it hasn't lifted by tomorrow, I guess there's enough provisions that we could stay the next day as well. You never know with these things.
I'd prefer... this storm will suck, of course, but I'd prefer to get a move on after tomorrow.
We have
morning.
we unfortunately we have a very strict agreement with the commander. We are going to be out in the morning, so let's hope that the gods smile upon us with a beautiful day when we awaken.
Oh, I'm sure Sandra wouldn't mind if we just stayed until it was safe to leave.
But again, we've already discussed that matter with the commander, and that was her understanding. But I suppose we can just deal with that in the morning. Maybe we wake up tomorrow to a beautiful sunshiny day, and it doesn't have to be a problem.
And it doesn't matter. Yeah.
When we were traveling yesterday, you mentioned the rain was different. You said a name. Was it Tazak? Tazak's rain?
Tanzajin. Yes.
Tanzajin.
A powerful storm giant. Sometimes you can see him crawling along the side of the mountain, casting lightning bolts down.
Wow.
Yes.
What sort of properties are within this rain? Do you know? What's
the
what's
wind
going
itself
on, really?
comes alive sometimes and manifests in fearsome violence.
So a storm that will try to kill us.
That's right.
Not just by like happenstance of getting struck by lightning and whatever hazards. It'll literally just try and kill us.
They'll manifest into elemental beings, and yes, they'll seek to destroy you.
Wonderful.
I know you don't want to stay long, though, because you haven't been getting very good rest. I hope that doesn't cause a problem.
Yes, that sure would be terrible, wouldn't it?
How is Planter Jr. doing? Is he enjoying the travel?
Oh, yes. I told him he should pay attention to you, Kendall. You are a quite a novice wizard yourself, and he could probably learn from you. My powers come from a different place than learning, so while I can teach him, he could probably learn more from someone like yourself.
Oh yes, I can understand that. Magic's come in all sorts of different sort of methods. Kendall here is very very well studied in his ways, and I just have a certain kinship with the lands around me that sort of tuning in to that vibration, as it were. Is it something similar to that? What you're using?
Yes, something like that. My own innate powers.
Okay.
But of course, I'm just a humble farmer. He chuckles as the guards walk through the hall.
Oh, of course. No, of course. I mean, this is the magical lands that we live in, and I mean, there's even school children that can perform simple prestidigitations and such. So, any even a simple farmer can know a few tricks of the trade, especially in my region of magic, as it were.
Indeed.
Speaking of Sandra,
Sandra is at hand.
Do you know any clerics nearby?
There's some at Station 8. Why? What is the matter?
Are they good clerics?
What do you mean? They're fine.
Are they? Can they lift curses and such?
Maybe.
Because I kind of curb stomped a skeleton on the way here, and I feel bad.
Oh. Well, oh, that's why you have all these. I didn't even ask.
Yes, that's why. It's quite a. I'm getting up there in the numbers, so I'm a little concerned.
A powerful cleric to turn away the undead. Only one that serves the mother could do a thing like that, but it'd be best to return them to the water.
All right. Figured I'd ask before I get too far away from any civilization. I'm gonna die. This sucks.
So the lot of you are haunted then?
Yes. Some of us a little bit worse off than some others.
I'm screwed. I got like 3 right now.
I had a question, Ben.
Yes.
So technically, I don't think I've killed anything yet. The only thing I did was I got hit with one of the effects from a ghost cream. That was why I wasn't able to get the full rest last time. But I didn't kill anything.
That's interesting. It seems as though, one spirit for each of these creatures that you all encountered on Open Hand Parkway has attached themselves to each of you for whatever reason.
Dang, man, you should have just killed something.
Damn it.
Cursed anyway.
Does it get worse the more haunted I am, or is it just like one and like that's it, and it doesn't matter how much after the first?
I couldn't tell you, but you sound pretty cursed.
It's bad. It's really bad. I'm gonna be dead in 3 nights. I have to go tomorrow. I can't stay here.
It might be worth it to brave the storm if time is so limited for you.
I'm living on a clock.
Hideo, if you feel like it would be of help, I would be happy to spend some time with Planter Jr. if you feel like it might help him.
You must have me confused. I go by the name Planter. But yes,
sure.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, sure. And I'll make my way towards the study and close the door behind me.
Okay. PJ looks up from his books and waves you over, Kendall.
Nice. Hey. Your guide recommended that maybe I might be able to help you in ways that he is able to.
Yeah, he's really powerful, but not as well read as I would have thought.
Yeah, there are ones that the craft just kind of like falls into the lap, and then there are ones like you and I who work to really harness its true power. But in that work, we might find our powers become far greater. What have you been working on so far? Is there something I can maybe help you with that you're struggling with, or?
I like magic items, and he holds up a book that seems to contain some of the recipes that you have in your recipe book as well.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. And you've been studying up on being something of an of the artifice, I guess you'd call it.
Oh, yeah. I suppose so. I noticed that they have some of the ingredients that I was missing in my dad's book.
Oh. Might I have a look? Because is this book from this study?
Yes.
Oh. Might I look over it with you? Perhaps.
Yeah, of course.
I took some notes from your dad's study, as you mentioned. Has Hideo seen this particular tome yet?
Yeah, he said we'll take it with us.
How are you feeling about him leaving the farm? I know when I left the library, it was a bit daunting.
Yeah, I'm glad to be out of there and gain more knowledge and experience. I mean, my dad's books are great, but I've read them, dozens of times each.
Okay.
Yeah, I was surprised he let me go, but Hideo said that I could learn a lot, so I think it'll be better for everybody.
Yeah, it's possible that your father didn't have a choice in the matter. This Hideo can be very persuasive with his magical arts.
Huh, well, I don't know. I don't think my dad would have let me go if he didn't want me to.
He may have been convinced to want you to. Just be mindful of that. Be wary.
It sounds like you're a little jealous.
No, not at all, but I'm sorry you see that.
PJ
Nonetheless,
kind of
let's look over this. Let's look over this book you were looking at. I'm curious. Maybe there's something I can help you with.
Yeah. And as you do look, you find an additional ingredient for Gauntlets of Ogre Power and Cloak of Displacement that I'll have to fill in later. I don't have specifics at the moment.
No problem. Just as I'm spending time with him, with Planner Junior, can I make an Arcana check to see if there's some sort of enchantment or charm on him?
Yes. Do you have Detect Magic?
I do.
Are you casting the spell or just simply observing using your knowledge of the arcane arts?
Oh, you know what? Maybe it would be worth. I'll mention to Planner Junior. Perhaps there are some items in this room that we maybe don't openly know might be of value. Perhaps if I was to use some divinations to kind of bring them to light, that might. You mentioned an interest in magical items. Perhaps there are some things in here that we don't even realize.
Oh, good idea.
I'm going to use a brief divination spell, and I'll once a day I can actually cast a ritual without having to cast it as a ritual. I can cast it basically using its regular casting time. I think Detect Magic does only cast a round, so I'll just cast it quickly.
Okay. You don't detect any magical spell affecting PJ. You do see a small catalog of spell scrolls, each in individual scroll cases.
On the shelf, in the
yes, in the study, library? Just on one of the nearby shelves. Yeah, they seem to be arranged there purposefully.
Oh, interesting. I might look through those. Yeah. Can I try and do? I might try and do it somewhat. I don't want to let on that they might be spell scrolls, but just like notes or whatever they are. Treating them like something mundane.
Make for me just a deception check, please.
All right. Ooh. 11. There we go.
Oh, those are more spell scrolls. We should show.
I'm not sure.
Well, he wants to be called Planter right now. I guess he doesn't get along too well with some of these guards. Maybe we should show him.
Yeah, maybe we should, but I think right now I'm gonna look at them for myself, and I'll just kind of ignoring PJ. I'm gonna look through them.
Okay. Oh goodness, where's my magic spell scroll generator?
Oh shoot.
You find a number of things that could be useful.
I can generate them for you, Ben, if you want me to.
You find a scroll of "Don't worry about it."
That's immediately when you look.
5 meteor swarms. You're welcome.
And a wish.
Let's see.
Disintegrates in there, of course.
Absorb elements.
Power word
color
kill.
spray. Disguise self. Find familiar. Appear among the more interesting.
Nice. I'll hand the absorb elements one to Planner Junior. This one in particular can be especially useful for people like us who need to stay out of harm's way. And I'll also hand him the Find Familiar scroll. You can never have too many friends.
I mean,
and then
should we take these?
Oh, they're interesting. I'm Are there other magely types that you've seen around here?
Well, no, but I mean, technically they belong to the ATK, I guess.
I mean, does your master not just take what he wants? That seems to be the way.
That's true. I guess maybe we should take these.
The ways of one thing I've learned, the way of these lands is not like the way where I come from.
Huh.
My friends have always been telling me that I need to adapt.
Planter puts the scrolls into a satchel at his side, and he takes them out of the cases. We should leave the cases so they think they're still here.
We've created a monster.
Well, that's a good idea.
Who's teaching a kid to become a monster?
Well, the one thing I've learned in my studies is that the seeking out of knowledge, by scribing these into our spell books at one point in time, that basically allows them to live on even further than just on a piece of paper like this. These scrolls are but a one use. But if you actually harness this power into your art, it can live on, and you can then retranslate it in the future if you need to. But this way, it's instilled in your practice.
Oh, okay. Well,
so that's kind of
maybe
one
we
of
should
the
copy them tonight.
Maybe let's just look around, and I might look around and see if there are materials, because we'll need some materials for scribing them. But I could show you how to do that as well.
The materials you would require seem to be in a desk on the far side of the room near the fireplace.
On the way. Nice. Is there enough for each of us to scribe one? Because I'd have to show him.
Yes.
All right. Now for me, in my particular school of magic, I can do this quite quickly, and I as I pull up my hand, a magic quill appears. I could perhaps teach you the order of scribes, and the seeking and preservation of knowledge is kind of it's kind of the main doctrine in our practice.
Oh, that sounds interesting. I want to copy this Find Familiar one.
Okay. I'm gonna copy the disguise self. So for me to do this, it'll take me 2 minutes literally in game time. I'm not sure if it's something I could teach. I'm wondering if I can try and teach him in the way that he might then become a scribes wizard.
You can get him to level 2.
Make a performance check for me, please.
Performance?
Yeah, trying to instruct him as you are also going about this.
Oh, sure. Come on. Is that horrible? 11.
PJ watches intently as you do this, and that's going to take me a while. Wow, you wrote that really fast.
Well, that's okay though. It's you have to walk before you can run. I'd be happy still to show you, and as you improve and work on your skills, perhaps you'll be able to harness the power, manifest your own quill, and I'll kind of try to explain him a little bit of how I was taught by my teachers in the way of the scribes.
Okay. He listens intently. He's a good student, but he doesn't seem to be able to harness this magic yet.
Okay.
And he sets to work copying the Find Familiar scroll, and it will take him most of the evening.
Okay.
Late into the night.
It's like watching a how-to video on YouTube, but they skip over like important bits that that's what you're there for, and they like cover all the non-essential stuff. You're like, no, wait, go back.
And then they host the rest of the video behind a paywall.
So. Yeah,
that's right.
Which is where the materials come into play.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah, if I'll stay with him and try and help as he's doing it. Like you said, it's going to take him longer, but I'll work with him through it.
Okay.
That's how they always get you with the intro course. Then you have to pay for like the 6-month subscription, and then.
Yeah. But it's good, so you're really considerate.
Yeah. It's like it's expensive, but like look at this familiar though.
Right on.
You could have this if you follow my 28 video series.
And so, is there anything else that the others of you wish to do as the storm continues unrelenting? The sky, is dark with the storm already, but there's kind of a dark gray that turns to the blackness of night behind the clouds. And, yeah.
Brutus takes out his will and updates it. Adds a few more of his possessions that he's gotten since then onto the paper. Crosses out some names that are redundant and puts new names. He's like, alright, that looks good. Rolls it up and puts it back in his pack.
Okay. How about you, Elias?
No, Elias is pretty exhausted, both physically and mentally from this day, and so he's gonna set up his little bedded down area and just sort of sit there for a little while before he actually lays down and goes to sleep, and just kind of absentmindedly twirling the bracelet around his wrist and just looking at everyone around and just thinking about everything that's happened and why they're here and what they're doing and just sort of like just on it,
Yeah.
The halfling sits down in a bed near you, Elias. He kind of tests the springs. These beds are comfortable enough. They smell, pretty musky, typically housing soldiers and the like that have not necessarily bathed recently. But it is a comfortable enough bed.
I bet
should have taken prestidigitation.
That one, it keeps you here, doesn't it? Says the halfling. You can't go home with that thing.
You know, that's a mighty interesting observation you just made there. I do believe that you're probably the first person to know what that is on sight alone.
He holds up his own bracelet. It's got some ones too. It's a shame. I'm missing Finfer and a lot of the guys, but you know, it's not too bad here.
Yeah, no. At this point, I've been here longer than I was there, and it's been quite a long time.
There's a lot of room in the city, you know. Lots of places for peoples like you and me.
I'm not much of a city fella myself.
It's not much of a city anymore either, though.
You make a good point, sir. I think I'm gonna try to get some rest. But thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna be staying up most of the nights to keep these guys asleep, you know. Yeah. I'm just happy none of my pretties ate it. You know, bit the dust, so to speak.
Well, Elias settles in to his meditative position to enter his 4-hour elf trance.
Okay. No, Nox, do you have anything you wish to tend to in the evening?
I think after I've eaten my meal, my dinner, I am going straight to bed.
Okay.
I'm very bloodied from our fight.
Okay.
I didn't know Nox just like passed out like anime style, the
right away
coming out.
Totally. The group of you, then I have everybody going to sleep. Do I have that right?
Yeah, as best we can.
Kendall, did you have something
as best I can?
Something else that you wish to?
If there's the material, I would scribe another spell. It would takes me 2 minutes per spell level.
Okay, very well.
I would love to scribe. I have a spider climb scroll. I'd love to scribe if I could.
Okay.
Nice.
You may.
I will do that. And then I will sleep.
Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of materials here for what you need. So any number of scrolls, you know, the other scrolls on the shelf are repetitive of spells that you already know. So
cool. Okay. I mean, I'm just trying not to be greedy, but maybe I should be. I have two. I have a absorb elements, or no, the better climb. I have the Nox scroll, and then I have the color spray. Technically, I could scribe them all in like 10 minutes.
You may do so if you wish.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, for sure. Doesn't hurt.
And you gave the absorb elements scroll to PJ, right?
I did. Yep. I will also gift him. I have does he have a spell book? He has a spell book of his own.
Yes.
Okay. Because I have a spell book another spell book I've been carrying around that just has a couple of spells in it, but he has a spell book. I don't want to. That's fine. I won't.
His most of his pages are taken up with kind of failed attempts at transcribing spells into it, but it is his.
I remember my first spell book.
It's a special thing. But I would just in our conversations and in my talking with him that if he is curious in learning more of the way I practice magic, I would be happy to work with him. He'd be welcome to travel with us if that was of interest to him.
Oh, well, I should probably ask Hideo, but I would like to, and he said I could learn from you. He said you're not very powerful, but you do know more than me.
That's he doesn't know much about me. Let's just say it like that. If he thinks I'm not powerful, let's keep it that way.
PJ shrugs. And so during your sleep,
Oh God.
terror takes your rest, and you sleep fitfully, and that you relive the horrors of the battles of previous days, and as along with that, you're given visions of other battles, other conflicts, and you seem to relive the dying of the souls that you have exterminated, so to speak. And so when you wake in the morning or come out of your meditations, you will benefit from a rest, but you're exhausted, further exhausted. And so now you guys will have 2 levels of exhaustion. So your speed is halved.
Great.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, when speed is the name of the game right now.
When you wake up, the storm has not abated.
Great.
The wind continues to whip against the stone walls of the keep, and the doors, shudder, and the chill wind seemed to have also sprung the trap of the northern doors. You can see, from the sleeping area, there's a murder hole, and the crossbow has been triggered. Unless somebody came in the night trying to get in, but there are no bodies out front. You can see through the narrow slits in the wall. So it is quite a storm.
I wake up, I sigh, I sharpen my
How do you
halberd.
do, guys?
I look to the others, I see that they are equally as bad.
Planter
And I
is-
just-
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just sitting there like, I thought I got over this whole seeing battles thing at night. I guess not. Sucks to have this again.
Planter says, "Looks like you didn't sleep very well, friends. It's a pity the
No.
storm is not relented."
Nothing like some good old PTSD to keep you fitful.
I'll just mention, Hideo, how far do you think we are from where we are right now to the coast? How?
You keep confusing me with somebody else that you must know. Please, just call me Planter.
Absolutely, I will do that, Hideo. No problem. Forgive me, I'm not the most intelligent, as you've pointed out.
You are tiresome, Kendall. What did you ask me?
Approximately how far we are from this location to the coastline.
I guess it depends on how swiftly you can move. It looks like you're not faring too well, so it will probably be twice as far away as it was yesterday.
Unless we have
Now, you
mounts
do
or other
understand how that is not a helpful answer, right?
Oh, I could be helpful. There's a
I'm
mule.
sure that you could.
There is a mule in their stables. Not the one that we brought, but yes, a couple of them. Perhaps you could ask your new friends if you could borrow their steeds, or just take them.
You know what? You make a wonderful point. I look at is our halfling friend and his pets still there, or have they slipped out already?
Yeah, they seem to be gone. They've left.
Oh, good. One
During
less
the
thing to
night.
worry about.
Then I'll go over and I'll start knocking on the door that they had locked.
Yes.
Like the door to the study or wherever it was, and just kind of holler out, not like shouting, but just to get the attention. Just, hey, Commander.
Sandra walks out of the kitchen. Oh yes, would you like some coffee?
Oh,
Please.
a little bit of coffee would be wonderful. Yes, ma'am. I wanted to ask you about something. First of all, as you can see, as promised, we took care of the mess, as it were, like it never happened, like they were never here. I wonder quite curiously. We have to get moving soon, and time is a bit of a factor for us. But we unfortunately are a bit sluggish and have a long way to travel. Do you have any like a cart or some beasts of burden that you could spare for us? We would happily return them. I understand if you do not, and I know that we have already asked a lot, but just a curiosity if you do.
Elias, I'm just kind of gesturing like this to you, making like a money thing, like we have money we could pay.
I mean, we can obviously we can give you like a deposit of some coin upon their return, or even just pay you for the inconvenience. We do not have a large sum of money, but we do have some that we could scrape between us.
Right. Well, we have some mules in the cart, yeah, and they'd be of help to you.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
I'm afraid, though, they're not mine really to give. They belong to the army, so I will have to have you pay for them.
And what sort of remittance would you require for that?
Maybe 10 gold per for each mule, and then 20 for the cart.
Certainly. If you could, we would love to have some of that coffee. Let me speak with my friends here, and we could definitely, I think, make that arrangement for you.
Great.
I'll.
You don't look like you slept too well. I'll put some of this coffee in the thermos for you.
Oh, you are an angel and a half. Thank you, Commander.
You ever have a dream after killing somebody and then you revisit it at the night?
Oh, Brutus, it's too early. Let's go get us coffee first.
Well, we're all citizens here, except for 5 of us.
So, gentlemen, I'll call the other guys over. So we can get us a couple mules and a cart for 40 gold altogether. I have 16.
We have gems. We have about 100 golden gems. 110 actually. 130 actually.
We have some. We also have some coin. We have
some chichinga.
Oh yeah, Brutus. If you would rather just depart with a couple of gems, that's fine too.
Honestly, if they'll take the gems, that'd be great because gold is gold, but gems are.
Well, I think if we're going to do gems, we should give a little bit extra for the inconvenience of having to exchange.
So
maybe
we'll
50 gold worth.
We'll have to see if they take it anyway.
Of course.
True. I mean, there is the side of. I was often told that gems are easier to work with because you have to carry fewer of them.
I'm a country boy. I don't.
No, that's true.
Quite as much as everybody else does. I'm making assumptions. Okay. Well, then I think the gems will be just fine then.
Perhaps if we gave them, we have 2 turquoise and 2 obsidian. They're all worth approximately 10 gold each. If we gave them 2 of each of those, that's 40 gold pieces in value. Not weighing them down with a sack of gold, and they're,
right.
I also have this gem in our party fund that just says gem 10 GP worth.
Yeah, that's true. We could get rid of that.
Whatever that one is.
The mystery, then, 2 obsidian and a mystery gem.
Yeah. Yeah,
all right.
We could do that.
Okay, well I'll gather up the whatever 4 gems.
I'll give you the 4 gems that are worth 10 gold.
And then when Sandra comes back with the coffee, I'll offer her those. Do the gems work all right for you? Is that an acceptable?
Yes, not a problem, friend. Yeah.
You are so kind, and thank you again, and thank you for the extra thermos. This is wonderful news. So do we just help ourselves back in the stables, or?
That's right. Yeah.
Wonderful.
All the mules are the same to me. Just take 2 in the cart like we agreed. Okay.
Sounds lovely. Thank you.
All right.
I'm assuming one of you guys knows how to set this stuff up.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I used to have carts for the army.
You've got a soldier and a farmer with you, son. Somebody here can hitch a cart.
That's good.
Between the 2 of us, we make one non-exhausted man.
That's right. So I'm removing 10 gold gem, 2 turquoise, and I'm going to remove 1 obsidian. That equals 40 total.
Okay.
There we go.
Just for party fun purposes.
I can't wait for these mules to die when we go 10 feet from this armory and they get struck
We're
by
going to hit
lightning.
a hole on the way out and the cart's going to break. And yeah.
We're like, oh, I guess we have to walk.
We're going to have giants walk out and steal our horses. You know, that's our.
Just shock put a mule into the forest.
I take the cup of coffee that Sandra gave me, and I drink it black, straight, and so fast that I probably did some actual damage to my tongue in the process. And tuck away the thermos, and immediately we gotta get out there and get moving. And I start making my way to head towards the stables.
All right.
Planter says, Kendall, PJ mentioned that you invited him along, but I need him for business that I have to the north. So I think he will stay with me for now. And listen, I know a lot of you are in quite a hurry. So rather than traveling north to Queens, I think it's Queens Trail. Sorry, my bad.
Hideo, do you not know where we're going?
When you say Hideo, I just get a little smirk.
Oh, sorry. Whatever.
That is
I'm experiencing PTSD. You've got to forgive me.
Nickname you have all created for me, Planter says. You will, if you wish to save time, you might, go through Lone Oak Park to the east, and then through the foothills.
Is it haunted?
Perhaps.
Oh, good. A non-answer.
Dunlop controls Lone Oak Park. He may be hospitable to you, but the Nyx Dryadalis have a strong presence north near the towers, so perhaps it is best if you avoid that region. I will continue north and get another horse for PJ and meet you further along the trail.
What are you talking about? You had 2 horses and a mule to carry the bodies on. Why do you need another one?
No, that's right.
Silly.
So, if you do want to save some time, that's what I suggest. It's up to you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take all the bodies away from you, so we will pile them onto my shoulders, I guess, because
we've got a cart.
You have a cart. Silly.
Yeah, but we have to be in the cart. We can't move good.
Well, then, why? Yes, but if we all have to be on the cart, if there's not room for everybody, why would you put yourself at the bottom of the pile?
Because I can hold a lot.
I just picture Brutus sitting in the cart with all the corpses piled on.
4
his
corpses,
shoulders.
a skeleton, a zombie.
Honestly, I think it's easier to just let him do it that way than to try to explain to him why it's a bad idea.
Yeah, Elias, I think you're right. We can just let he's a smart guy. He'll figure
Let me. Look, I'm in a bad place right now. Let me go back to my fond memories of the horrible military I served in. All right.
Well, north another half mile or so, there will be a street that goes east, and you will follow that for a mile or 2, and you will find Lone Oak Park. Then travel along the foothills past the park. And when you reach another footprint of a Nom, then you should go northeast to Queen's Trail.
Alright. East through park, follow foothills, find footprint, go north? Right?
Yes, northeast until you reach Queen's Trail. We'll probably be waiting for you there, but if we're not there yet, well, you probably won't want to wait. We'll catch up.
We'll probably be dead.
Maybe.
Don't worry, Brutus. We'll take you to the river if the shore.
Carry my overburdened body.
So you have had two paths laid out before you, either going north up Open Hand Avenue until you reach the junction that would head east, or as Hideo as planter has suggested, going through Lone Oak Park and along the foothills to perhaps save a bit of time and avoid the Eladrin.
It's quickest is what I vote for. I don't want to be tired all the time. This sucks.
Unfortunately, I think the haste is important at this time, guys.
I am going to as soon as after we have the mules hitched up and everything, I'm going to cast Speak with Animals on myself, and I'm gonna look at the two mules and say, "Hey, fellas, listen, I understand we're gonna ask you to do some really difficult terrain and some really difficult weather right now. I do sincerely apologize for it in advance, but you have to understand that our lives are literally on the line and time is of the essence. I promise you that if you serve us well and you get us where we need to as quickly as you can, that I will make it absolutely worth your benefit. I will give you whatever you need, want, desire. Okay? Just please, if we can just work with us and just be as quick as possible."
Grass.
Okay.
I want grass.
You are wonderful. You are wonderful. Do you have names? What are your names?
Jack.
What? I'm sorry. What do they call you when they command you? What do they call you?
Yeah, Jack and Eeyore.
Jack and Eeyore. Wonderful. Thank you. All right, and then I'll hop onto the cart. Wait for Brutus to get on there and put all the things on top of himself.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skeleton around the neck, and then we tie all it together with rope. And just kind of just flop in the back of the cart. Ready.
Use to kill Brutus.
Maybe.
Jack and Eeyore, we are ready to go. Thank you so much again. Ha!
And so you leave the stables, the shelter of the stables, and the icy wind, whips through the mules, who are covered in blankets that have been kind of strapped to them for warmth.
We should have asked for some clothes.
And
too late now.
It is very cold. You can see that it is day because the skies, are a grayish hue, and you also see the mountain looming to the north of you, sticking through the clouds, its peak inverted, pointed towards the ground. And let's take a short break there, and when we return, the adventure will continue.
It's quite expensive.
Take us back live here.
Nice.
Okay. We are back live.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, I don't do the video on the between breaks. Just go with the fireball explosion.
Boom! We're back, baby. Love it.
So they can hear us talking about
you guys on the screen here. Let's see.
Maybe they'll hear our conversation about horses and mules next time.
Yeah. Oh, that was riveting. I missed out.
I know.
So you set out into the storm, and here Open Hand Avenue, seems to be at least cleared in some way for carts to travel through, and so you're able to stick to the main road as you head north for what should be about a half mile or so from the barracks to the road that leads you east to Lone Oak Park. And you can see clouds just spilling off of the off of the upturned mountain looming in the north. And the wind is powerful enough to sway your wagon from side to side as it passes along the path.
Right now.
And the mules suddenly stop.
Right.
Stubbornly. Rain intensifies, and it is hailing, and changing between hail and rain constantly. Gusts whipping up from beneath the wagon, and the mules do not want to go any further.
Can I get any idea? Like, do they seem scared, or like, do I get any vibe? Can I do a mule check?
Make a nature check for me, please, Elias.
All right.
You notice that the hair on their
12.
necks is standing up, bristly, and their nostrils and eyes are wide.
Okay. I'm going to recast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Cool.
And why do we, Jack, Eo, is everything okay? Why are we stopping?
Storm's coming.
The storm's here. It's been here the whole time.
Storm creature.
Oh, that's different. Okay. There's a creature coming, guys. Storm creature.
Hide?
Yeah, maybe.
We can't. We can't hide the mules, and we cannot just leave them out here like this.
Tree line.
All right. Make for the tree line. Can we do that? And I'll kind of nudge them that way.
You are still within the ruined city, so to either side of this path there are, ruined buildings here and there decorated with skeletons that have been, pinned there for safety and whatnot.
Oh, the skeletons. Crap, yeah. Forgot about that.
So you could, there is not really a place that would help you escape the storm, if that makes sense.
Where's the creature? Where's the creature at? Which direction? Where'd you sense him at?
The mules are staring straight ahead. It comes now down the path, they say, to you.
Oh, okay.
And Elias, will you make a perception check for me, please?
Yes, and as I'm doing that, I would like to cast Fairy Fire in the direction which they have pointed out to me.
Okay, very good.
And then I'll make that perception check. Oh wait, we're supposed to be doing all these at disadvantage, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Too tired.
Sleepy.
8. But there's Fairy Fire. 2.
Okay, let's see.
Never thought I'd have to fight the rain.
And as Brutus says this, you see rain and wind coalesce into, a more substantial form in front of you as an air elemental appears on the path ahead of you. It is not outlined in the fairy fire. It seems to have evaded that, or perhaps was not targeted in exactly the right area. If you would, everybody please roll initiative.
No.
And we figured out initiative doesn't roll at disadvantage by itself, right?
Yeah, you have to click it twice.
I got a 16 with disadvantage.
Uh-oh. Alright, okay, hold on.
That's a 20 for me, Ben, at disadvantage.
Okay.
16 with disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm writing down the initiative order, but I'm basing it off of the decimals as well, because Nonox and Elias have the same. Oh, they have exactly the same number. So I guess I'll go. Nonox's initiative bonus is higher, so I think he'd go
Yes.
first, and then Elias, and then me and Dirt last.
Nice.
There we go.
Okay. And the this needs to be a little bit larger. The wind and rain sweep across the cart, quickly consuming the group of you on the back of the cart here. And as the wind overtakes you, please, everybody make a strength saving throw.
I get flung out of here.
We don't have disadvantage on saving throws yet.
Not yet. That's next time.
So that's a 19 for me.
It's a 9.
13 for me. Ignore the disadvantage on the saving throw.
No Nox. The wind is specifically violent around you at the tail end of the cart here. Take 14 bludgeoning damage as there's debris and even small rocks getting whipped up around you. And roll for me a D8, please. And you're going to be flung in a random direction. One will be up, and then we'll just go clockwise. Okay. And let's see. Sorry. It's hard piling the tokens. No Nox, you're flung off of the cart, and you smash into the walls of the ruins to the left of you. And you'll take, let's see, some more damage as you strike the wall. 2 more damage.
Okay.
And the wind moves quickly across the cart. And kind of down the alleyway to the right side of the cart within the ruins. Now, Kendall, it is your turn.
My friends, should we keep traveling on, or shall we fight? I can get.
I'd preferably leave, but I don't know if the mules are gonna do that.
Does does it seem like it's just carrying through, or is it repositioning to keep fighting us? Can we tell?
The wind kind of lulls as it enters the alleyway, and you feel, the gust behind it that was following it kind of shifts and stills as though it will be coming in for another pass. The mules are stubborn still and do not budge.
I don't think we have a choice, gentlemen.
I'm just gonna hop off the side over the side of the cart, Ben, and can't go very far, right? We have half movement.
That's right.
Can I get? Is there extra movement to get off the cart?
No, that's okay.
Get to this little alley here. I'm going to try and get into this alleyway. And I'm going to begin recanting, and I'm going to hold, try and hold a Toll the Dead. And if the air elemental comes back in our anywhere in sort of this radius here, come on, release it on it. That's it. That makes sense.
Okay. And as you turn the corner, in the frenzy of this storm, and I think you repositioned your mic a little bit. You are a little bit quieter, Jason.
Oh, shoot, sorry. It fell down.
Okay. A skeleton is pinned to the wall behind you, and it hungrily
right there.
grasps out at you, trying to slash you with its spindly, bony fingers. And would you please make a dexterity saving throw?
Dirty rat. Yeah, for sure.
Say goodbye to a bit of your pinky.
Ah! Get that natural one out of the way.
It does kind of bite you on the arm as you are, preparing your magic. You just take 1 damage.
Oh, okay.
And next is No Nox.
That hurt. All right. First up, I'm gonna cast Mirror Image. As I recite a song, 3 mirror images of myself appear.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm going to use my bonus action to expend a use of Bardic Inspiration to use my Mantle of Inspiration. To grant myself and all my companions 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Thank you.
I feel like we'll probably need those. And you guys can reposition yourselves as a reaction if you need to.
I will do that. So I can only
so
move 15 feet, but go flop out of the cart.
Try and get in this tree.
Okay. Brutus, you take off in the same direction as the elemental.
Hey, get out of here!
Elias
Leave us be.
Following you, staying by your side.
I'm gonna try to take cover behind the cart.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you can crouch behind the cart for cover.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, then is Elias.
Right. Elias is going to we're going to he's going to take his water skin and he's going to take it and kind of sling it towards the elemental so that a spray of water comes out, freeze it in the air and launch it forward. And we're going to use a level 2 spell slot for an ice knife. As soon as I get back to my character sheet. Hang on, where'd it go? There it is. Ice knife. Come on.
Nice.
16?
Will hit.
Yes. And then also a dex save from them, from the creature, or from the elemental, I mean.
17.
Okay, the 17 will save. But it does take 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
Did you upcast that?
Oh, I did upcast it, yeah. Sorry, I didn't roll the upcast. So I need another d10. Good looking out.
Hey, man, we gotta make sure.
Not a
everything's
D100.
good.
Not a D100.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. It takes another 25. No.
That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Roll 25 on 2d10s.
There we
there
go.
you go.
All right, so it's 19
19.
piercing damage. Not
Okay.
bad.
19.
Almost max.
That's magical piercing damage, though, right?
And that is magical piercing damage because that is a magical ice knife.
Very good. Anything else?
And then I will use my little bit of movement to just hide because I'm tired.
Yeah.
After
Understandable.
Elias is Brutus.
I'm
we
gonna
don't need
keep it-
excuses to hide.
I do. This sucks.
Bruce is going to move his complete movement 3 squares, get up into melee with this thing. he is going to, as a bonus action, summon his shadow on the other side of it, pinning it into the alleyway here. And it says, I'm going to try and keep it pinned in, but it's probably going to fly away or some other crap like that. I'm trying my best. And is just going to, one from him and one from his shadow, just kind of strike at it.
Okay.
9 and 16.
16 hits.
Shame. So I miss because I'm so incredibly tired. But my shadow is doing just fine and does 13 slashing damage, which is magical. Because we're pointing that out. And I'm just gonna sit there and look at No Nox and Kendall and say, "Pelt this thing, please." And that'll be my turn.
Okay. And the wind flurries and gusts around you, Brutus. And
hey Ben, just before can I use my reaction to release my Toll the Dead?
Yes, you may. Yes.
Cool. Now that it's been damaged, I'll get the D12 instead of the heat. I'm just gonna roll it here. Sorry. There it is. Yeah, the bell rings out among the wind, and I'm gonna need a DC 14. Oh, DC 14 Wisdom save for 3 to take 3 necrotic damage. Roll
14.
your worst. Oh, there you go. You did well.
It's such a shame whenever you use Toll the Dead, because it shows you what both are, and you're like, oh, wish it wasn't damaged.
And so the elemental turns in this kind of amorphous form, just vaguely resembling a humanoid, whips into you, slamming into you, Brutus.
Oh, my armor's worse.
20.
Oh, didn't matter.
And 11.
Oh, that didn't hit. One does.
Okay, you'll take 14 bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
Ooh.
Ow! This hurts. Ooh, uh-oh.
Wind passes over you.
Math is hard.
And
Thank you for the
you
temp.
see this flurry, the storm, move around the building in front of you as it passes over the mules, their tail and hair just whipping wildly. But again, they are stubborn and do not move. Kendall, you're next.
May I slash at it as it leaves?
Yes, please do.
Oh, well, I may regret using my reaction, but we gotta try. 13.
We'll miss.
We try.
Man. It is up in the air, Ben. Is that correct?
It is just kind of hovering, moving across the land, but it has moved. If you're looking upward on the map, it has moved to the left around the corner in front of you.
Oh.
Oh, right on. I can see it. Right.
Uh-oh. I'm slow.
Towards the left. I would have seen it wisp across, so it kind of went like in this direction, this way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you. Yes. It's just I just can't see it because I can't see it.
I can't either.
I'm gonna move over to the other side of the cart. See if I can get a better vantage point. Are you guys doing okay? Guys, we're getting throttled by air.
I'm too slow to
Yes,
do anything.
And once again, I can't seem to see it right now. I'm gonna begin again recanting Toll the Dead cantrip. I'm gonna hold it in case this thing comes back into view.
Okay.
And that's all I can really do right now. Yeah.
Okay. Next is No Nox.
I took a really big hit, so I'm gonna use my action. Actually, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on myself. So that'll be a 1d4 plus 4.
Okay.
So that's a total of 6. And I'm gonna use my action to take the dodge action.
Okay.
Right.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, then is Elias.
Okay. I cannot see that thing from here. So I'm going to, since I'm so slow right now, I'm gonna use my phase step. I'm gonna go, where am I at? Here we go. 5, 15, 25, 30 to get right in front of the mules here. Because I want to like watch them, protect them.
Sure. And you notice its vague form off to your left, kind of entering the ruins of this building.
Yeah, now I can see it. So let's go with, yeah, I'm gonna throw another ice knife at it. Why not?
Nice.
Second level again.
Nice, man.
We're gonna unload.
Hiya.
Wow. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, bro.
So that's gonna be 4d10.
4d10s.
And plus a dex save. I gotta roll 2 more d10. Okay, they save on the dex save, so they don't take the cold damage, unfortunately.
Okay.
But they will take 14, say 30 piercing damage. No.
29.
29. Sorry, I saw the 16 before the 15. 29 piercing damage.
Okay.
Does the cold damage upcast as well?
No, the cold damage doesn't upcast. The only it's just the initial damage that gets upcast on it. But if they succeed, then they take none of it anyway. So of the cold damage.
Good ice knife, man. Good job.
All right, and I'll use my 15 feet of movement to just tuck back down around the corner as best I can here.
Okay. After Elias is Brutus.
Brutus is gonna move 5 feet at a time. He sees just barely the head of this thing. Let's see. Oh, just barely out of range. Well, he's still gonna do it anyway. He's going to re-summon his shadow, 15 feet from him as a bonus action, right in front of these horses. His shadow is going to move 30 feet, right past this stump, and ooh boy, it is so just barely out of range. Oh well, Brutus is going to he is going to no, I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna action dodge where I'm at.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, my turn's gone. It feels bad.
Okay. The storm now seemingly centered on this elemental, this screaming wind coming from this creature now. It reemerges.
My shadow's gonna take a swipe at it as it leaves.
Okay.
Oh, okay. 21 for 6 slashing damage.
And the storm approaches you, Elias. You almost can make out a savage grin within the winds, but this will also trigger Kendall's held action.
Yeah. Thank you. I was just gonna say, as I see it come in, I will. The bell will ring out again. Oh, it's almost no point.
Boo.
Let's do. Damage is damage.
14.
Okay, you do well.
Hey, real quick, aren't we supposed to be doing like max damage on the extra crit?
That's true.
Oh, wow. I totally forgot about that. But yes.
Yeah, I did too. So can we slap an extra 5 damage from my thing on there to bump that up to the full 20 extra?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And as the storm appears from around the corner again, it slams into you.
Forgot to. Oh. All right, fine. Take the 5 off. It's not. Sorry.
15 and 18.
They'll both hit.
Okay, take 14 bludgeoning damage and then 19 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, it's bludgeoning. Damn it. Okay. Cool. That's was that 33? Oh, jeez. Cool.
Ben, I forgot about it. I did mention it when we woke up from a long rest. I was sharpening my weapon with the whetstone. It's only a D4 damage that I forgot to tack on there. But seeing as how one of us
allow it. Yes, please. Please roll it.
Yeah. Ben's like, shut up. Roll your damage.
You're very good to us, Ben.
The wind comes in for this strike against Elias, and then moves into the ruined buildings, kind of northwest along the path.
Go ahead and slap a bloody on that.
Next is Kendall.
Oh gosh, sorry, I'm boring, guys, but I'm actually no, I'm not going to be boring. If I can get to my friend Brutus, or Nonox, can I get? I'm gonna try and.
Yeah, you can get there, even going around the cart.
Getting around the cart, is that right? Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I don't go across it, but really, I want to go around. Really.
Well, you're just going diagonal, really.
Yeah, that's right too. Right, 1, 2. Yeah, fair enough. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. I'll pull up my spell book open and I'll lay a hand on my friend Nonox, and I'm going to cure wounds for Nonox.
Very good.
There it comes. Submit. Come on, be useful. 7 points of healing for my friend Nonox.
Okay.
And that's. I don't think I can do anything else. I'll wait.
Next is Nonox.
I'm gonna go ahead and use another first level healing word on my friend Elias.
Smiles with teeth missing.
So go ahead and roll 1d4 plus 4. Ooh. So you get 8 total hit points.
That brings me up to about a third.
You can still have your teeth. They're probably just all covered in blood, Elias.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. They like regrow.
And I'll move to try to give him a little cover behind me.
Move the tank.
Yeah. Let's see what I can see from here. Not much. Okay. Yeah, with no other targets, I'm gonna just take my dodge action again. Try to be as obnoxious as I can.
Okay, very good. Then next is Elias.
All right. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bonus action to give myself some Balm of the Summer Court. I'm going to spend 2 of my die on that for 4 more. Okay. Which is enough for me to not be bloodied anymore, at least. And then I'm going to. Nope, not that. Take that one off. There we go. Oh shoot, where'd he go?
In this direction, pinging on the map to the top left.
That's right. Okay. So I'm gonna move my 5, 10, 15. I still can't see him. Shoot. Now I'm just out here in the open. I'm going to hold a Primal Savagery casting. So I'm just gonna grow the claws out a little bit, and I'm gonna hold that attack for if this thing swoops past me again.
Okay. Very good. After Elias is Brutus.
Brutus is going to move 15 feet right in front of the horses. He is going to resummon his shadow as a bonus action. He's going to do that 15 feet from him. Not that it will matter for what he's trying to do. He's going to get summon him side by side Elias. He is going to move down here. And I'm going to prepare. I'm going to ready my action to stab at this thing if it gets within 10 feet of my shadow, which is his reach.
Okay.
And just get an attack off. I can't remember if that's both attacks or just one because it's a reaction. I think it's just one.
Right.
I remember correct.
That's right.
Okay. And that's it for me.
Okay. And you hear the howling wind shift again, growing nearer as it emerges from the rubble.
Wow.
And yes, go ahead and make your held attack.
19
will hit
for 5.
Okay, and Elias, you have a held action as well.
Yep, I'm rolling it.
Hey.
17.
So 17 for 3 points of acid damage for some reason. I don't know why that does acid damage, but
strange.
No.
Oh, it's your teeth or fingernails.
Yeah, it's weird.
Whoa.
But sure.
Okay, and this kind of like tight vortex that is just a vaguely, humanoid shape begins to kind of spiral out, and wind leaving it and rejoining it is effectively bloodied at this point. It, however, moves upon you, Elias, and is going to slam into you.
I really wish it wouldn't.
17 and a 25.
Yeah, those will both hit.
Take 20 bludgeoning damage and 17 bludgeoning damage.
God.
All right, well then I'm dead.
Dead?
I had 19 hit points.
Oh, you're not
What's your
dead,
maximum?
dead.
My maximum is 35, but what's the death save rules with this? With the hits? Because we only get one failure.
Right. I think we were going with... Gosh, I should know this. I think we were just going with the... if it deals half damage to you while you're slain, rather than giving death saving throws, on a subsequent...
Right, because there's only one.
Right.
So if it does half of my total hit points, it kills me?
Right, so I think it's right under that.
Yeah. I have 35 hit points, which means half of my hit points is 17 and a half. And you did 17. So I am, you talk about a thread. A thread.
Right.
Like,
Let's see.
the breathing is very shallow.
You don't have Orcish Resilience?
Mm,
Wait, you guys don't have
no,
Orcish
Eladrians don't get
Resilience?
that.
You guys don't get that?
Wait, you guys die?
You don't have relentless endurance?
What do you just die like a wuss?
You don't pop back up every time you go down? What? That's like weird.
Where's the? Didn't we have it in the?
Just try and stay out of the way.
Well, I'm close enough to feed him a potion when that happens. If I have one. I don't even know if I have a potion.
We're
guys,
fine. We're
guys,
fine.
I
It's
don't have
okay.
a potion. Oh, I do.
Remember,
I
if
have
you
one.
fall unconscious, you do gain a point of exhaustion.
Oh.
Yes.
Just leave me. Just leave me on the ground. It's fine.
But he's still got life of him. No, he's gone. It's over for Elias is dead.
So the wind whips through and deals its damage to Elias and disappears around the building further down the road. Next is Kendall.
Damn.
Not good.
I can't get to them to heal them. I can't see the bad guy. But I see my friends on the ground. Well, I am going to, and a lot of my spells basically need things to be somewhat solid, and it's kind of in the air, right? Like it's an air element. It's flying. Like how low has it been getting to the ground when it's been attacking us? I guess I'm trying to think of my flaming
across
sphere
the ground against you.
Yeah, I feel like even my flaming sphere would not really be of a benefit. I'm gonna hold a Toll of the Dead. I'm gonna begin regenting my Toll of the Dead, and as soon as it comes within range, I'm gonna hit it with Toll of the Dead, and I'm gonna hit it this time.
Okay.
And I might just move. Is this a tree here? Can I just stand in this tree next in front of me here? Can I just is this for cover?
Yes, it is.
Or underneath it? Yeah. Cool. I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay. After Kendall is No-Nox.
Right away. First things first. Healing word on my friend.
Okay.
So feel free to roll another 1d4 plus 4.
Who, on Kendall?
No, on you.
We might as well put him down, guys. He's only got 3 days till he's gone.
I'm ahead of the curve on all you guys now.
6 HP. That's something, right? That's something. I'm gonna say play dead. Maybe
Okay.
don't pop up right now.
I can't anyway.
And just try to hit him when he comes and hits me. I'll stay right here, and I'll use my action to scream at him and try to be a nuisance, try to get his attention.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
After No-Nox is Elias.
I'm gonna spend my other 2 summer court dies. Yay. Double digits. And I am going to stay on the ground and play dead.
Okay. After Elias is Brutus.
Okay, so it went back to this building-ish direction, correct?
I went a bit
up
further this
more.
time, down the street and then to the left.
Oh, okay. Right, we'll try that. We're gonna go 15 feet myself. Gonna go right here. We're gonna have my shadow. We're gonna respawn it 15 feet away from me as I can as a bonus action. And we're going to have it go 5, and I can't see myself, and I can't see through my shadow, but he does have 25 more feet of movement, so I'm just going to tell him to go left, and if he sees anything within range, just to hit it. Just to try and hit something, and I'm just going to send him off and say, good luck!
Don't you need to see the target to do that attack?
Let's see. Let's read the description. If I can't, he's just gonna stay there and just try and be a wall.
No, you can. It just requires you to see them for you to take your attack of opportunity.
All right. Good luck. 5, 10, and he just moves. And he'll take 2 attacks if he can attack at all.
Okay, let's see it.
All right. Good luck. 14 and 18.
And your attacks find wind, but it's actually the wind elemental that you're looking for. One of the attacks hits.
Well, it makes sense. He's just kind of striking out with no guidance. 9 slashing damage. And
sorry, does this count as magical?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. And you hear a loud burst of thunder.
Did he do it?
Like good or bad? You know when it comes out, usually comes out to the thunder, guys?
Lightning?
Yeah.
Did I feel my shadow die in a violent thunderous explosion?
You no longer have control over your shadow.
Uh-oh. I think it's dead, maybe? And I just kind of look over to my friends. Oh. That'll be my turn.
Some moments pass. The storm does not return. The elemental does not return. Of course, the storm continues, but this violent manifestation of it is somehow defeated out of sight by Brutus's echo.
They really had an off-camera death. Well,
and the mules seem to relax visibly as this threat is abated.
Elias rolls over.
I'll
slowly
try and help
gets up.
Elias to his feet. I'll walk over and help him up to his feet.
Careful there, Elias. You might end up one of the corpses in the cart.
I mean, at least they get to take a little bit of a nap, and then he pukes.
Very good, very good.
And
you guys, how oh, sorry.
It's just gonna very slowly start making his way back towards the cart. He's gonna stop next to the mules and look at them and just be like, "You all right?"
The mule. That was my best horse sound. Not too great.
I know that was rough, guys, but if we can
Me too.
get a move on before anything comes back, we might need to do that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And Elias is gonna hobble back over and into the cart.
Bruce is gonna summon his shadow, and he's just gonna basically have him be a crutch for Elias.
And as we're walking back, I'll sorry, Bruce, carry on. Sorry, buddy.
He's unimpeded by everything that's going on here. He's just expendable, so he can move. Yeah, he's fine. He's our caretaker at the moment.
As we're walking back, I'll just say, you know how I was saying that the lightning comes after the thunder? Well, it's actually, the lightning actually happened before the thunder, but the sound travels slower than the light, so you see the light burst before you hear it.
I didn't know that's how thunder worked. Thank you.
Okay.
A little trivia for you.
I'm gonna have my shadow drive the cart, and have all of us just sit in the back and have a nice rest.
Okay. Elias, as you pass the mules, they nudge you in a friendly manner. They're not hostile.
I give him a little ear scrunchies.
They just snort and whinny a bit and continue as Brutus's echo drives the cart, and the mules are, well trained enough to continue down the path, and the storm overhead continues pelting you with rain and sleet and ice.
This sucks.
I always appreciate how you guys don't tell me to shut up with all my random facts. My mother always told me not to be a know-it-all.
Look, I don't know much at all, so it works out great.
Well, I appreciate that.
And this is where we will pause for the night, and we'll reconvene next Monday at 6 Pacific.
It's so bad.
And good luck to you all.
It's so
I only
over.
have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing okay.
Elias over here. Ooh. Better hope
Sorry,
we go
Chris.
13 miles in one day, or else he's gonna be really, really screwed.